Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. My name is Michaela. I'm a 21-year-old foster mom making videos about motherhood, foster care, cooking, cleaning, lifestyle hauls, all that good stuff. It is so good to be back. If you guys follow me, you know that I've kind of been a little bit sporadic in my posting. I used to have a really tight schedule, but since things with foster care kind of got a little crazy, haven't had one. I do apologize for being so back and forth. We're in a really insane point in our case that we have with our current 3 placements. If you don't know, I have 3 placements that moved in with us about a year ago, and they are now 4, 2, and 8 months old. We're in a really moving place. We had goal change in July, so we're moving towards TPR, and that's coming up in the next few months. So it's just a really crazy time in the case, and I've just been using this time to soak it up with them. Also, I am an undergrad law student, so I am finishing up my last semester right now. I'll be graduating in December, so it's taking up a lot of time, along with me still working part-time at the pharmacy, and I'm doing an internship, so I'm super busy, and hopefully in the next few months things will kind of get itself figured out, but 100% will be straightened back out by the beginning of the new year, which is not that far away. So anyway, I hope you guys have been well since I've been gone. I really miss being here. If you are interested in keeping contact with me, even though I'm not always on YouTube anymore, I have my Instagram link down below. I'm very active there. I do different kind of stuff on there, but I'm always open for questions, and there's also my email down below. So if you guys ever need anything, please don't hesitate to contact me. But today's video, as you can tell, has been a video I've been working on for a while, and it is the foster care must-haves. And I'm only doing this from ages 0 to 3 because those are the ages that we were planning for. And first off, this may not be a fully conclusive list. If you think there's something that I'm missing, tell me down in the comments below. If you think there's something in there that I don't really need, let me know as well. This is just stuff that were must-haves for us, stuff that maybe we didn't have that we went out and got, and that we really thought we should have had. So, and like I said, we had the boys moved in with us, and they were 1 and 3. And then we got a newborn 3 months later. So we've had all of that in that range. So this is my all-conclusive list here. So I'm just going to go through this really quickly with you. The first thing is an infant carrier. You will need this. If you're open to taking a newborn, you need to have one. I recommend gender neutral, that way it just works both ways. But I recommend to have one of those on hand because you just never know. And to go along with that, I highly, highly, highly recommend having a convertible car seat. These things are not cheap, and I hate that, but you need it because you need to be ready to go. Some kids may come with them, some kids may not. So that's something that you really need, in my opinion, because it works for that whole entire age range. So we really used ours. If you guys want me to make a video on this, let me know down in the comments below. But we had a foster to adopt shower where all of our friends and family came together and just brought like gender neutral gifts and wipes and diapers and things like that. And a lot of people just decided to give us gift cards and things like that because they weren't sure what we would need. And the very first thing we went out and bought was a convertible car seat. So I just highly recommend having that little shower, especially for those of us that this may be our only ever possible route to motherhood. You know, you still deserve to be showered with love too, and foster parents deserve to be showered with love because you're doing a really great thing, and people around you will more than likely be willing to help out and come celebrate this new chapter in your life. So highly recommend that. If you want to see a video on our foster to adopt shower, let me know down below. But I highly recommend these, and you need to at least have one. But just, you know, beware if you're looking into getting a sibling set, then that's probably something that you're gonna need. So jumping down a little bit, something that you definitely will need is a convertible crib. This is something that we also bought first thing. I just recommend getting like a white or black or gray, just whatever gender neutral kind of crib, and one that converts to a toddler bed. we got that, and then when we got our first two, we also grabbed a toddler bed. So if you're open to more than one placement, I would go ahead and have one convertible crib and one toddler bed just ready to go. Because when we found out they were coming, we ordered an Amazon Prime, and it literally got there the day they arrived. So it just worked out really well. I'm sorry, this is not in no particular order, so just forgive me on that. Something that we really have used is a sound machine, just like a white noise or like a music thing. They have used that since the day they moved in, and it soothes them, and it's the only way to get them to sleep. So I highly recommend having it, especially for kids with trauma or babies that have gone through withdrawal. That is so soothing to them. So definitely get one. Doesn't have to be expensive, just a cheap one, just something that makes some noise. And I would also recommend getting one that with a light on it, because a lot of these kids are terrified of the dark, and like most kids anyway. But so we got one that is, it plays music, but it also has like a projector that goes up on the ceiling and like does like, you know, it moves. Then they love it. Getting down to some basic stuff, we had a pack of diapers in every single size from newborn to I think 5. We had every single size, and we had one pack of pull-ups. So we went ahead and got one small pack in each size. That way, if they came to us in the middle of the night, we didn't have to run out to Walmart right away and buy something. We had enough to get us through. So that, I highly recommend that. And I know a lot of people don't think, oh, just don't stock up, but you know, that really happens where they just come out of nowhere. I mean, you really need to be prepared. So with that, wipes. I would highly recommend just going ahead and getting like a decent sized pack, but if you want to just get a few packs, I'm just saying you need to have some on hand for sure. A humidifier. This may seem a little bit extra to people, but I don't want to get too personal with our story, but our little one was around a lot of smoke inhalation, and it was just, he had really bad cough and just congestion, and it took that humidifier to get that out of his system, and he's never had it again. It's just, it's clarifying to them. It really is. And they're not always coming in the best condition, so they might be sick, or it's just, it's good to have that on hand. We used it immediately. Along with that, an essential oils diffuser. And I know some people don't believe in essential oils, and I get that, but it calms our boys, our toddlers, so much. It's insane. It is truly insane. And our little girl, our 8-month-old, does not sleep through the night without having lavender essential oils going. It helps so much. And then when she's sick or congested, we put some peppermint and eucalyptus, and it makes the world of difference. So I just highly recommend having that, and at least just having a few basic essential oils. It really has helped us. Something else, we went ahead and got body wash and shampoo and conditioner. You know, most of the time for kids it's just all in one or whatever, but go ahead and get sensitive, because you never know what their skin type is going to be like. Ours was sensitive right away, so we needed that sensitive care stuff, because we immediately had to change, and we had all this Johnson & Johnson, and even their gentle Johnson & Johnson was too harsh for their skin. They could not deal with the smell. So I just highly recommend getting some plain sensitive body care stuff, just to be on the safe side. A diaper bag. Either way, if you're getting toddlers or if you're getting a newborn or an infant, they're gonna have stuff that you're gonna have to carry around. So I just recommend getting a simple backpack diaper bag. That's what we've always used. We love it. It's easy to carry around. But you need something to keep their stuff in when you're going places, because especially those first few weeks, you're appointment crazy and you need it. Now, on this next item, we had one comfortable outfit for each gender and each size. So 0 to 3, or newborn, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 18, 24 months, 2T and 3T and 4T. We bought 4T just in case we had like a bigger three-year-old. And I know that may seem extra, but for example, there's instances where kids, they can't bring anything from their home. So they come naked. They come with nothing because they cannot bring anything. So, and I think about it like this. If there's a kid coming to my house that has nothing and is possibly wrapped up in a blanket, nothing underneath, they need just something comfortable. So for our girls, it was mostly like a $2 pair of leggings and a $2 t-shirt, and that's what they were going to sleep in, and they could wear it to the store to get whatever else they need. We just went for comfort, and I tell you, we used it. So, and I just think it's really, really good to have just one of each of those sizes on hand. Plush blankets. This is a comfort thing for them, for any child. Our little girl does not go to sleep well unless she's wrapped up in a blanket. And our 2-year-old is extremely attached to tags. Extremely attached to tags. He does not go to sleep if he doesn't have a tag in his hand. So it's just a really comfort thing for them, and it's just something you should have on hand. Also, children's medicine. Some Tylenol or Motrin. Maybe some basic allergy medicine, but definitely Tylenol and Motrin, just in case. You never know. We have a little one that came with a pretty bad burn on their finger, and they needed Tylenol quite frequently. So that's something that we were glad we had on hand. Also, bottles. Okay, with our newborn, we tried every single type of bottle. Definitely needed a slow flow, and everything except for Dr. Brown was way too much for her. We used Dr. Brown only, but it was so good to go ahead and have some on hand. And especially, we had multiple types of bottles on hand. We had Avent, we had just like off-brand Parents' Choice, Dr. Brown, and Tommy Tippy. We had all 4 of those, and we tried them all, and Dr. Brown ended up being the best one. So if you're still on the fence, and like every child's different, so they may like a different type of bottle, and we kept every different type of bottle that we could think of, because if they come to you on a certain type, but maybe they only have 1 or 2, we just thought if they're used to a certain kind of bottle, then that's what they're going to want. So, but with a newborn, we were able to just immediately give her, once we found the one that worked for her, we just kept using Dr. Brown. And that's the one that I recommend, just because it seemed to work the best for us. So if you're only going to get one type, I would do Dr. Brown, but I also see benefit in getting a few different kinds just to have. Sippy cups. Sippy cups are a must have. You can get like a little 3-pack for $5 and you're good to go. I really recommend having some sippy cups on hand, along with plastic divider plates and kids' silverware. You will use it if you've got toddlers, so I just recommend having it. And they have like a little pack at Walmart with the plates, cups, and silverware. It's like all for $5, and there's like 4 of each, so it's perfect. Not super expensive. Kids' toothbrushes and toothpaste. You will need them. Extra sheets, extra crib sheets, and extra toddler bed sheets. Pottying, even if they're potty trained, they will have issues. We saw potty training regression pretty much immediately, and it was constant. And we had 1 set of sheets, and we're like, oh, that'll be plenty. So then we got 1 more. Well, when he was regressing and having accidents every night, 2 wasn't enough either. But that's just our personal experience. At least have 2. Kids hangers. I don't know how you plan on storing your clothes. We decided to use a closet, like a bar, and we also had like a small a few storage bins, like with the cubes. But if you're planning on being able to hang stuff up, you better have some kids hangers on hand, as well as pacifiers. We had multiple different kinds of pacifiers on hand. Luckily, when our 1-year-old came, he wasn't using one, and our newborn never used them, but there are kids that do, so I highly recommend having those as well. Something else I recommend have on hand is some like soft washcloths and towels. Just, it's a comfort thing for them. Most of the time, they're gonna need a bath pretty soon after they get here, so you want it to be comfortable for them. You want this experience to be as least traumatizing to them as possible. Also, hairbrush, especially little toddler girls, definitely gonna need their hair brushed. We had our 1-year-old then had extremely long hair and it got very tangly, so we needed that brush immediately. So go ahead and have that on hand. Butt cream, go ahead and buy some, because if they don't have it, they're gonna get it if they wear diapers. So I just recommend to go ahead and have 1 tube on hand. You can buy it cheap, it's gonna be worth it. And no sucker, like I said, a lot of times they don't come in the best health and they need taken care of, obviously. So, you know, that's something to have. I recommend just going ahead and getting a little kit. It was my next thing, was having a thermometer on hand and some of the covers so that you can take rectal temperatures. But there's little kits at Walmart, and I think they're like $5 to $10, and it's got a no sucker, nail clippers, thermometer. I think one of ours had like a little toothbrush. There's little kits there, and one of those kits would be perfect. That's all you need. And the last thing is a wipe warmer. Some people hate these things, and some people are gonna think this is too much. But first off, people say it dries out their wipes. Well, if you read the directions, it tells you to add water to keep them moist, and it works. We did that from the very beginning, and our wipes have never been dry, and we use it all the time. So that's the way they make it work. And especially, so when our 1-year-old came, he was very fidgety and jerky, and so when you touched him with a cold wipe, it really freaked him out. He would scream. So just having that warm wipe was so soothing to him, and he does so much better with diaper changes. And our newborn was the same way, especially babies that go through withdrawal. They're jumpy anyway, and so hitting them with that cold cloth terrifies them, and it scares them. So having just a warm wipe is just a little less intense for them. So I just highly recommend having that. And really the last thing that you really need is you need a support system. And it may sound cliche, but people want to help foster parents. There are people out there, and you will need help, and that's okay. You know, there's so much going on when they first move in. We knew about getting our newborn the day after she was born, and we picked her up that day. So if you can imagine, we had nothing. We had no clothes for her. I mean, we had one outfit for a girl in that size, and it was just, we had nothing. We didn't have a bassinet. We didn't have, I mean, it's not always stuff that you need, but we didn't have like a boppy or anything for her to lay in. We just totally were not prepared for when she got here. And thank God that we had so many people that could help us out. I mean, people just came and brought us stuff, and just like, oh, this was just sitting in my garage, and I thought you might be able to use them. We're like, yes, thank you. And we did. We really needed help, and people came to the rescue for us. They really did. So I just highly recommend having people, and not even just for physical things, but you will need a mental support system, because this is a hard process. No matter what end you're on, this is not an easy road to take. You need people around that you can talk to, and that will be there for you, and that understand. As you know, not only people that can understand what a foster parent goes through is another foster parent, but you know, people that will listen and are supportive of you fostering. You know, those are the people that you need to surround yourself with, and just know that you're gonna need some emotional support, and that's okay. And I just tell you, we needed it. We still need it all the time. Really, really needed it. So that is everything on my list. Like I said, if you guys can think of anything else, please leave it down in the comments below. And if you think there's something on there that you really don't need, let me know. I worked hard to come up with this list, because even as time has gone on, I'm like, oh, I need this and I need this. And we really didn't need that, you know, that kind of thing. It was a work in progress trying to get all of this stuff together. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and find it helpful. This would have been super helpful for us when we were first getting started. We were just kind of hit the ground running on this. So I'm hoping that somebody finds this useful, because that's what I do this for, to help out other foster parents. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. There will be more videos coming soon. Not exactly sure when. I again hope to be getting back on a better schedule in the near future, but I'm doing my best to get videos up as soon as I can because I miss you guys. I miss being on here. So please subscribe, tell your friends. If you've got foster care friends, foster parent people that, you know, just need, you know, some guidance or maybe could benefit from this list, or if you know somebody that's going through training or something like that, this could be super helpful for them. I wish we would have seen this before, you know, we went out and forgot things and then overbought for certain things. So this would have been really helpful for me. So please feel free to share to anybody that you think could find this useful. And I thank you guys so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.